In this video, we're going to look at the examples in the 3-1 slides. We're starting with this one on page 5. We're asked here to write the decimal or whole number as a percent. We're starting with 0.27, and it's really easy to write anything as a percent if it has 2 digits past the decimal point. All we have to do is take those 2 digits and write a percent at the end, because 27 hundredths is equal to 27%. If it has more than 2 digits past the decimal point, we can do the same thing, except anything after the second digit has to go after a decimal point. So this is 87.5%. 1.73 is a little more complicated because we have 2 digits past the decimal point and 1 before. That 1 before the decimal point, we just get rid of the decimal point and add the give a percentage sign. That's 173%. Here we've got 3 digits past the decimal point, but the first 2 digits past the decimal point are zeros, so we'll just write this as 0.4%. And finally, we've got 2, nothing after a decimal point, but remember there's a decimal point right after that 2, and we could write it as 2.00. It's 200%. Oops. Next up, we're asked to write these fractions and mixed numbers as percentages. So we start with 67 hundredths, and as we know that every percent is 1/100th, this is just 67%. 1/4, we can multiply this by 25 over 25 to get 25 over 100, and that gives us 25%. Here we've got 3.5. Well, that's the same. We can write this as 3 and plus 1/2 is 50 over 100. So that's 350%. 7/4 is 1 3/4. We take that 1 plus 3/4 and multiply it by 25 over 100, we get 1 75 100ths. So we can write that as 175%. And finally, we've got 2/3, and this is more complicated. The easiest way to do this is to divide. We can just take 2 divided by 3. We'll add some decimals there. Add some zeros. So 2 divided by 3, we can't do that, but 20 divided by 3, that gives us 6. 6 times 3 is 18. We subtract, we get a 2, we bring down the 0. We get another 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Bring down, subtract, get another 2, bring down the 0. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 forever. And we can write this as 66.6 repeating percent. Next, we're asked to write these percents as decimals. It's not always as easy as we might like, but we can do it. Okay, so 37%, that's simple. 37% is just 0.37. 26.5%, that's 0.265. We have a percent like this. We just take if we have percents that go no further than 2 digits here, we just take those digits and put them after a decimal place. 127%, that's not hard either. If we have hundreds, we break those off. Thousands, we break them off. We get 1.27. 7%, there's a invisible zero before that. 0.07. 0.9%. Well, that's like saying we have 0.9%. So that's 0.9 of 1/100, which is 9/1000ths. 2 19/20%. Okay, well, we're going to start with a 0.02, and then 19/20ths is the same as 0.95. So this is 0.0295. Finally, we've got 167 1/3%. Okay, well, the 167, that's 1.67. Then the 1/3, we know that 1/3 is equal to 3.333. I'll just put 2 3s there and indicate that they repeat forever. Next, we're writing percentages as fractions or mixed numbers. Okay, 65%. 65 is equivalent to 65/100ths, but we want to simplify this. We want to make this as simple as we can. Both 65 and 100 are divisible by 5, so we'll just divide them both by 5, and we get 13/20. 1/4%. Okay, well, this is saying we're taking a 1/4 of 1/100th. So that's 1/4 times 1/100 is 1/400th. 250%, we know that 2 is just like that, and then 50% is just 1/2. 83 1/3%. Okay, this one is a little more complicated. Let's rewrite this 83 1/3 as a fraction of a percent. 83 times 3 is 249, plus 1 is 250/3%. Okay. Well, we're taking this and we're putting that, we're taking that much of 1/100th. So we can just say 250/3 times 1/100th is 250/300. And then we can divide both numerator and denominator by 50 to get 5/6. 12.5%. Okay, so now I'm going to say, well, this is the same as 12.5%. And 12.5, 2 times, that's 25/2 times 1/100th is 25/200, which is 1/8. Finally, we have 600%, and that's just 6. Anytime you have a multiple of 100%, drop the 2 zeros, and that's your answer. That's it for this video. If you have any questions, please get in touch.